Accept responsibility, guys, if that is what you want from your kids. Let me relay to you a little story about life and what we teach our kids that I heard a little while ago. It made me think, what impact will it have on you? The story goes, I remember being in the car with my father when I was about 12. He took a wrong turn down a quiet suburban street with a low speed limit. Realizing his mistake, he made a U-turn, which was technically illegal. Suddenly, a motorbike came speeding around the bend, skidded but couldn't stop in time and ran into us. The rider was catapulted over the top of our car and onto the road. My father, who was a doctor, like I went on to become, didn't hesitate. He leapt out and ran to help the rider, who fortunately was okay. My father helped him lift up his bike, and together we walked him back to the rider's house, which happened to be around the corner. What struck me most was that my father didn't try and make any excuses or claim that the rider was going too fast, as he almost certainly was. His concern was for the man's welfare. Dad stayed with him until he was safely home, and he offered to pay in full for the damages to his bike. He could have simply left his phone number with the man and even gone to court to avoid paying for everything, but my father took full responsibility there and then for his actions and what happened as a result. It is a natural reaction for a child or someone who is trapped in the psychology of a child, rather than operating from a healthy adult psychology, to avoid responsibility and shift the blame when something goes wrong. We don't have to look much further than politics to see boy psychology operating in many of the grown men leading this country. It often seems the standard way to deal with a mistake is to blame someone else, cover it up, or even deny it. Remember the Labour Party's Craig Thompson and the party's shameful support for that convicted criminal? We've become so used to this that we accept it as normal. As political leaders or even others in the public view, you have a responsibility to exhibit actions and qualities that you would want to see in your own children. Know this, that everything you do in the public domain is being watched closely by the youth of our country. And if you act without taking responsibility for your actions, if you behave as if you were not accountable for your actions, then that is exactly what our future generations will model. Is that what you would want for your kids? Think about that the next time you stand in front of a camera and tell a barefaced lie or try and use weasel words to get yourself out of a hole you dug. Imagine it was your child standing there trying to get you to believe the tripe you are spewing forth to the masses. What respect would you have for your little boy or girl? Would that make you feel proud? Just think about it, then speak. Think first, then talk. What my father showed me, however, was that a healthy man is prepared to take responsibility for his actions and consequences, even if they are not what we intended. Having worked with many thousands of teenagers and families over the past 30 years, I know that kids don't learn from what we say, but rather from what we actually do. They are watching us all the time and trying to work out for themselves how to be a man or a woman. Put simply, as our kids get older, they don't want us to tell them how to live their lives or what to do. What they are very interested in, though, is how we deal with situations and our personal stories. If we act badly or are disrespectful, then it gives them permission to do the same. However, if we make the hard decisions to do what we know is right, to admit when we are wrong and to take responsibility for our actions, then it instills in them a sense of values that they will take into their adult lives. And that is a gift that I can thank my father for. Makes you think, doesn't it?